Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Hey folks, this is Steve Shuttler, and I want to see you at the Delta Dome in Delta, Iowa on Saturday, August 2nd as pro wrestling returns to Delta, Iowa. 7 p.m. Advance tickets online are $20 at CentralEmpireWrestling.com or $25 at the door the day of the show. I'm going to be teaming up with the returning Austin Bayless and the CEW champion Jared Thumb, taking on that scumbag Rory Fox along with Donnie Pepper Cricket and the Iceman. And I need you to be there to cheer my team on. There's a handful of other matches with great talent that's going to be on the card as wrestling returns to the Delta Dome. Singles action, tag team action, and women's wrestling. And of course, that 6-man main event where myself, Austin Bayless, and Jared Thumb take on Rory Fox, Donnie Pepper Cricket, and the Iceman. Rory Fox attacked me in my own studio, and it's time to get some revenge. I hope to see you there at the Delta Dome Saturday, August 2nd. Get those tickets in advance at CentralEmpireWrestling.com. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shuttler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. And time now for another thrilling edition of Real Talk with Aaron and Steve here on Steve Shuttler Media. Aaron, what's up?
What's up? That's what I want to ask you, Steve. What on earth is going on at Steve Shuttler Media these days? Just a week ago, you're sitting in here having a little interview with local sports promoter Austin Bayless.
Yeah.
And this character, this Rory Fox guy comes in here. I saw him stomp on Austin and knock you out of your chair. And what on earth is going on, Steve?
Man, just unexpected sneak attacks. I'm getting involved in this pro wrestling scene here in Southeast Iowa. Of course, we got a big show in Delta, Iowa this Saturday. But never thought it would come to this. So kind of crazy. We've got a match lined up for Saturday night.
And you're getting in the ring, right?
I'm foolishly getting in the ring. Yes. I let my emotions get the best of me. I agreed to the match. Here we are.
And now you've got to stick it out. I mean, my
partners are counting on me.
There you go. And you've been in the gym working out.
Been hitting the gym here the last few days, so I don't know if it's going to make any difference this Saturday or not, but I'm trying.
Wow, crazy stuff. I mean, that's alarming footage of.
Make sure our door is locked here in the studio. We don't want Rory coming in and beating us up today.
Yeah, using this. It was a clever ambush using this backdrop that Austin was sitting behind, and Austin looked like that just kind of came down like a net. I was thinking of the old gladiator nets where you try to get a guy tangled up and then he can't move, and you just stab him with that pitchfork.
Yeah, that whole structure came over on top of him and his son. It was
But what on earth, like attacking a dude and his 10-year-old son and
a feeble old man like me.
Oh wow! So that's this coming Saturday in Delta's
Delta,
the big
Iowa.
match.
Yeah.
What time does
7 o'clock?
7 o'clock the match starts, and when do doors open?
Doors open at 6:30.
6:30. Okay, and so people can come and see this grudge match
Spectacle.
The spectacle. I love it, man. I love what Austin is doing in Southeast Iowa and bringing entertainment right down to where the people are.
Yeah.
And which is kind of. I've thought this for a long time. I haven't known Austin until about the last couple of years, but he started that Central Empire Wrestling, like 15 years or so ago?
It's been several years ago now, yeah.
And I've just always loved his heart to bring entertainment and sports to rural areas. And it doesn't get a whole lot more rural than Delta, right?
Yeah,
population
exactly.
400, and the Delta Dome is the gym of an old school, right?
Yes, yep. Yeah,
So-
we call it the Delta Dome. It's just the Delta Gymnasium.
But it sounds cooler when you
Yeah.
call it the Delta
Heck
Dome.
yeah.
So yeah, just to our listeners, quit sending your dollars to Hollywood, to Netflix, and all that stuff, and come spend a couple of bucks in the Delta Dome.
Yes. Don't go to the theater. Go to the Delta Dome.
That's right. The entertainment's better and more wholesome. And well, I don't know. This Rory Fox guy.
Yeah,
does
he's not
sound
very wholesome.
Not very wholesome, but it should be a family-friendly show, right?
Yes, yes.
Should be, unless it gets out of control. So.
Yep.
Well, Steve, it brings up a topic that's near and dear to my heart, which is the favor of God.
Okay. I need it. I need it this Saturday.
Yeah, you need it. And one of my favorite Bible verses in this respect comes from Psalm chapter 5, verse 12, which says, "Surely, O Lord, you bless the righteous." Okay, well, that's a good place to start. But listen to this. "You surround them with your favor as with a shield." And I'm thinking an old guy like you is going to need.
Hey now.
Hey now, you're just a few years ahead of me, so I should be careful about who I'm calling old here. But
Might have to settle this in the ring, Aaron.
what would my wrestling name be?
Ooh, Aaron Fleming.
The fighting parson, maybe, or the pugilistic parson. Could go with the pugilistic parson.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to put some thought into that.
Okay. Well, if I ever grace the ring of Central Empire Wrestling, see, now you got me interested.
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
But I do know this. I do know that God does bless the righteous, and He does surround them with His favor, as with the shield. So I'm hoping and praying that you'll stay safe, Steve.
Thank you.
Win or lose. I don't believe, and this is interesting. I coached high school and middle school sports for 20 plus years. I'm always a little uncomfortable when people thank God for helping them win.
Yeah. Because
I always figure there's got to be at least one Christian on the other side who is really hoping and praying to win. And I've been in some close losses and some close wins. Our girls team won state by one single point one year. And, if any one of our girls had been 2 or 3 seconds slower, it would have swung the other way.
Yeah.
And, so was God there giving them the energy to run 2 seconds faster? I mean, I know there had to be some Christian kids on the other team that were really hoping to win too. So those kinds of things, I don't know. I don't have clear theology on that. And if God was picking winners or losers, you would think the Hawkeyes would win a few more championships.
Yeah, we're Christians. We love the Hawkeyes.
We are
Let us
God's
win.
team, aren't we? So yeah, within the kind of like not being sure if God really gets involved in sports, God is involved, and He does show favor to His children and to people who love Him and serve Him. And I get a little pushback sometimes. Aaron, why are you so positive? Why are you always talking about joy? Why are you always talking about the favor of God? And I'm just saying because it's in the Bible. It's in the Word of God. And should I preach about sin more? Well, I think I preach about sin every Sunday, Steve. I think sin is the most obvious of all the Christian doctrines that people might run into. There's no problem in looking in the world and seeing that there's all kinds of messed up stuff out there. And each individual person, whether or not they believe in God or whether or not they're a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian or an atheist or whatever, every single one of us lives each day with the fact that we don't live up to our own standards, let alone God's standards. So to me, sin is real easy to talk about because I face it every single day, and I know that every single other person faces it every day. But how on earth are we going to get the energy and the faith and the conviction and the belief and just even the hope that we're going to move past that if I don't talk about the favor of God and the forgiveness of God and the unrelenting kindness and goodness of God? And you can see I'm kind of getting a little worked up about it here, Steve. I love to preach the favor of God. And so I did. I touched on this quite a bit in my sermon on Sunday. I don't believe that we can claim favor for anything that God hasn't promised us. Does that make sense? Like, some people want to claim favor for fast cars and political power and all that kind of stuff. But the favor of God is never going to outstrip your character. God is never going to give you more than what your character is going to handle. Maybe I shouldn't say never. I don't think it's a good idea to put God in a corner.
Yeah.
But God gives his favor, and we can claim it. We can claim it. I've been asked too, like, Aaron, do you preach a prosperity gospel? Well, I don't preach a poverty gospel.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Jesus say that blessed are the poor? Yeah, and he also said to help them so they don't have to be poor anymore. So why did Jesus say blessed are the poor? It's not their poverty that is the blessing. But the fact of the matter is that when you live under poverty for a long time, you begin to lose hope, and you begin to lose the sense that anything could change, and oftentimes, and like in the ancient world, the Romans or the powerful Jews or the powerful pagan political leaders, they would let you know if you were poor, that was probably because the gods wanted you to be that way, one god or many gods, and that helps keep people in line. Like, who's going to start a revolution against the gods?
Yeah.
You might dare to have a revolution against Caesar or the Pope or whoever. But you dare not rebel against the gods, right? That would send you to hell or whatever the Romans believed in. So people would truly, deeply believe that they were genuinely God-forsaken. We throw that word around sometimes, like Delta. Well, that's a God-forsaken town. Just theoretically.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I didn't say that either, but people might say that. But what we're saying is, no, blessed are the poor. They are not God-forsaken. God is going to start to do something on their behalf if they will open their eyes and get a little hope and believe in it a little bit. So I'm excited about the favor of God. I say you can claim the favor of God, but you can't claim things that don't belong to you, by which I mean this. And I told this story on Sunday, too. This is a story of one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life. But did you ever lose Riley in a store or anything? Did you guys ever lose track of her?
I don't remember, but yeah.
You would remember.
There was I don't remember the panic, but no.
We were. I don't think I'll ever forget the panic. I was at our family was at a music festival out in Virginia at a county park. So there was the festival, 3,000 or 4,000 people. So that's a good sized crowd.
Yeah.
Not a real rowdy crowd, like not a scary crowd. We weren't at like some bike gang convention or something, but
you weren't at Sturgis.
We weren't at Sturgis. I might have been a little more, but why would I have been at Sturgis with my kids? Anyway, so there were forests and creeks and all kinds of places to get into trouble. But I took my kids over to pick some wild raspberries just to get away from the crowds a little bit. And about 3 minutes later, I turned and looked around, and Kyla, who was about 3 at the time, she had disappeared. And I'm not going to forget that feeling for the rest of my life. So I'm running around trying to find this little kid and trying to organize my other kids to spread out. And Melissa was off listening to some band, so she wasn't around. And I'm trying to figure out how on earth do you find a 2 foot tall human being in a crowd of 4,000 people. So all of a sudden, some lady waves at me and yells, "Excuse me, sir, excuse me." And I was like, "Yeah." And she says, "Are you missing a child?" Like, how can you tell? I said, "Well, you have the look." So she said, "We've got some of us found your little girl wandering around, and we took her to Lost and Found." So I went to Lost and Found, and I claimed my daughter, and everything was okay after that. So you can claim what is yours according to the promises of God, and that's just the favor of God showering good things on us. Sometimes financial blessing, sometimes friendship, sometimes spiritual blessings. You just kind of got to keep your eyes open with God. So, hey, that's your encouragement for today. And again, Steve, we will be praying for you and Austin, and Jerry Thumb is on your team too. I don't know Jerry, but if he's tag teaming with you and Austin, he's got to be a good guy. He's a good guy. All right. Well, I'll be seeing if I can break away to get down to Delta on Saturday night for my first ever. I've never been to a wrestling.
Yes,
a wrestling
it's
event.
Fun.
So, what should I expect at the Delta Dome?
I mean, it gets a little loud with the slams and the ring and the entrance music, but it's all fun if you like sports and entertainment and everything that goes with it. There's concessions. There'll be merchandise, kind of guardrails around the ring to keep people back and safe from the action. So it'll be a fun time.
Now, is the wrestling going to spill onto the ring and knock me over?
You never know. Nobody in the crowd will get knocked over. But
okay,
that's why the guard railings are there for.
Okay. But it'll be a wild night in the Delta Dome. Is there air conditioning?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I would come out anyway because I could just. The sweat and the smell and the
it's
old...
It's supposed to be a beautiful day, actually. Nice day on Saturdays. So.
All right. Well, I hope that we see a lot of our listeners and viewers there at the Delta Dome, and I hope I see a lot of you at New Life Community Church on Sunday morning. We're at 257 8th Avenue in downtown Wellman. We're right in the heart of the city, and so you can park on the 9th Avenue City parking lot, or you can park on 8th Avenue right in front of the street side of the building. Hope we see you around soon. Oh, I should say worship starts at 10 o'clock, and we'll see you around soon.
Yeah, we thank New Life Community Church in Wellman for being our sponsor. That'll do it for this week's Real Talk.